Nightwatch, in association with KnightRiderOnline.com. For updates, news, gossip, and information that is all things Knight Rider related, go to KnightRiderOnline.com. A couple of things to talk about in this issue. For starters, the press released pictures of the official cast for Knight Rider and the advertisements in Times Square. Also, the free DVD offer of the Knight Rider pilot when bought with any other DVD purchase, and a brief summary of an interview with Yancy Arias, who plays Alex Torres. And David Boreanaz complains about Knight Rider as a competition in the 8 PM time slot. This should be good. First off, let's talk about the photos. Now, we know the cast members that are returning from the second generation pilot, and we talk about the new ones. Bruce Davison, reprising his role as the genius inventor of the original kit, the Knight Industries 2000, and the inventor of the new kit, Knight Industries 3000. Sidney Tamia Poitier returns as FBI agent Carrie Revi as the liaison officer between the Foundation and the FBI. Deanna Rousseau is back as Ceric Raymond, one of the people that will continue to maintain KIT. Yancy Arias, a new actor that will play Alex Torres, who will hand out the missions to the relevant Knight team members, and of course, Michael and KIT specifically. Zoe, an actress yet to be named to my knowledge, is likely to be one of KIT's technicians alongside Sarah. Billy, another cast member unknown to my knowledge, as another of the car's technicians. Justin Bruning gets back behind the wheel of the KIT Stang and the son of Michael Knight. And of course, KIT is back as KIT. BuddyTV.com did an interview with Yancy Arias about how he liked the technological side of the new Knight Rider, and how what they are doing on this show is not that far away from what scientists and engineers will do in the near future. He also went into a brief detail about what his character Alex and what importance he will play in the running of the Foundation, and he is a massive fan of the original Knight Rider, and how it was the type of show that he enjoyed watching in the 80s and when it was replayed numerous times over the last 2 decades. NBC Universal were doing more advertising for the up-and-coming series by having photos displayed on screens in Times Square's New York. That's a really good way to get noticed in the Big Apple. I mean, KIT on large, TV monitors over in Times Square. Who's not going to notice it? And now on to an advertisement from TV shows on DVD.com in regards to how the Knight Rider 2nd Generation pilot can be obtained on DVD. The free with purchase release goes under the title Knight Rider: An Icon Reborn, which certainly sounds fitting. DVD titles to purchase which qualify you to get this disc include any of the first 4 seasons of the original Knight Rider series, either the season of Friday Night Lights, the first season of Heroes on DVD, in closed brackets the Blu-ray version isn't included, or any of the first 3 seasons of The Office, the first season of 30 Rock, or the first 2 seasons of either Miami Vice or Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Purchase any one of the above and you should be able to drive off with KIT. See your local store or the chain's website for complete details. While that is good and all, there is one minor detail that is displeasing to us non-US Knight Rider fans. This offer is only available to America, which means for us Brits, UKers, call us what you will have to wait until KR 2nd Gen premieres on UK TV or is released in the UK on DVD. Whichever being the case, we're in for a long wait. Perfect. And now on to David Boreanaz, and this is what he had to say about Knight Rider in an interview with EW.com. Should I go down my list of overrated shows that are coming out? Knight Rider. Please, don't give it a chance. Who cares about a car that can talk? I did in the 80s. Now, while I am inclined to agree that Mr. Boreanaz, who first shot to fame as the character Angel in Buffy the Vampire Slayer back in 1997, before leaving the show to star in his own show by the same name of the character in Buffy, is entitled to his opinion, by the same token, I don't think he is being very smart for verbally trashing a show that is sharing the 8 PM time slot as his show, Bones. If there is a bad form of PR and a way to get negative feedback from viewers and fans of another show, this is pretty much a good way to do it. I mean, as said before, granted the man is entitled to his opinion but I don't think he should take it in such, an in-your-face fashion directly towards Knight Rider. I mean, his opinion, granted I digress, but Knight Rider overrated? It wasn't overrated in the 80s, it's not overrated now. That's my 2 cents, take it for what you will. In my own personal opinion, if he really wants to help his show out, then he should probably keep somewhat negative comments like that to himself. I mean, he wouldn't like it if someone said something bad about his show Bones, now would he? Also, I have been reading on comments from Knight Rider Online, and the general feeling is that none of the users are happy with said comments from David Boreanaz. And in my opinion, why should they be? He is a world-recognized actor that commands a strong audience from his days as Angel, and he is potentially throwing it away due to some offhand remarks about a show coming back that everyone wants to see, me included. If I were him and the rest of the naysayers against Knight Rider on them internets, it's not wise to criticize something you haven't even seen yet. Watch at least 5 episodes of the series and then start to give an opinion. It hasn't even had time to establish a regular audience. That being said, Knight Rider needs to establish itself to have the first season upgraded from 13 to 22 episodes, because NBC will be paying close attention to the ratings, as that will dictate if Knight Rider can be commissioned for a full series. As mentioned, they are only commissioned for 13 episodes so far. On that note, let's hope the ratings can change that. Okay, that would just about do it before this issue of Night Watch, but just before I go, a couple of credits to get in. First of all, special thank you to the Random DCE for designing my production logo. That is now seen at the start of all of my magazines, podcasts, shows, call them what you will. And once again, thank you to Toby1 for redesigning the Night Watch intro. It works and suits the magazine well. Thank you once again, sir. And it's 19 days to go, folks. Just under 3 weeks now. We're getting closer. Until issue 22 of Night Watch. Good night from the night.